Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well. Bitcoin still in the same range for over 2 weeks now, and it is getting boring, guys. It is getting boring. This is the range. Of course, we outlined this towards the end of last week. It's just been in this range here between 100K, let's call it 100K, and 94K. So that is the range, the top side and the bottom side mentioned over there. And it is getting boring, guys. It is getting boring. Bitcoin is grinding. And I do think that we are in a period of time capitulation. So we know that there's two types of capitulation. There is price capitulation, when you get a massive wick to the downside, brought up with big volume, looking quite similar to this, and obviously similar to this bar over here with the volume over there. So you get time capitulation and price capitulation, and this would be your price capitulation, big wick to the downside, flushing people out, massive liquidation event, etc. And then you get time capitulation, and that is just the sideways grind that happens, which chops players in and out of positions. People lose confidence, people get scared. No one wants to go long anymore, no one wants to go short anymore. People are just over it. Because if you were going short, at the bottom of the range, then you would be getting stopped out, and vice versa. If you're going long, then you would be getting stopped out, especially on the 4-hour time frame, because we are just chopping between that 50% wick. And price is really struggling to get above the 50-day EMA. So this 50-day EMA is a massive, massive line in the sand. It's obviously a dynamic resistance at the moment, as it is moving towards the downside now. Personally, the level to get above and clear this week is going to be that 99,600 level over there. And I think, if price can push up, we get above the EMA and the 50% level, we could be doing something like this, especially when everyone's starting to get scared out of their positions, everyone's starting to sell. I see a lot of the socials are getting negative and the FUD is here. So I do think it is a good opportunity at the moment. If you aren't in any long positions, I'm in a couple which are slightly down. But I think it is a good time to get into some long positions, especially on Solana, guys. Solana is getting smashed. We're going to have a look at it now. It is down quite significantly since last week. And I think there's a good trade opportunity now, but we are going to go into that now. So Bitcoin, I just want to see Bitcoin get above 99,600, basically 100K. If it can hold 100K, then off we go. Targets at 120. But a lot of FUD at the moment, guys. A lot of people are scared. So this is the time to get stuck in, guys. This is the time to get stuck in. Ethereum also just grinding sideways, been in a bit of a bigger range. This has been the range, I suppose. I would like to see ETH get above that $2,900 region, but this 2,480 massive opportunity, 2,500, I don't think we'll see this, but if we do, it should be a nice opportunity. And I think, if price does get a dump down and quick snap up, we will have some signs of bullish divergence with price making a lower low, RSI holding up. RSI is holding up well. Guys, Solana, this is the opportunity of the day, in my opinion. Really good buy opportunity for Solana, obviously coming down quite significantly. And this is the buy box. I think this is the Solana buy box. We are approaching the top of the buy box right now at 181. Let me mark that off quickly. 181, top of the buy box over there. The bottom of the buy box is going to be underneath this daily wick, which we formed. So this is a fair value gap, which has been basically filled. But I think we could come down, flush all the players out that have stops underneath here. So I think this is the bottom of the buy box, would be the bottom of that candle over there at $166. And then your invalidation, guys, will be the loss of this low. If we lose this low, that is a significant level. That was the 4th of November. That was the Trump victory over here. If we do lose that low, it will be looking ugly for Solana. So that is the level of invalidation, in my opinion. And we are starting to get into the buy region now. And I think, even coming down, getting underneath these wicks created, I think will provide a great opportunity. And we know where our point of invalidation is. So this could be the long opportunity. I think scaling in now is not a bad idea. It is a Monday. Often we get a false move Monday. So that's what it is. And your long opportunity would look like this. We'd try get in as close to that 170 region, and then your stop loss would just be, any movement underneath that candle, you would want bulls to step in. And then we are going to be targeting this red box over here as our first zone. So this is what it's going to look like. This would be your, TP1, and then TP2 would be coming in that $270 region. This would be your trade for Solana, guys. I'm going to post this one in the Telegram. I think this is a goodie. Your first TP has got a risk reward of 2.5 to 1, and I think there's a good chance of this playing out. I reckon more than a 50% chance this plays out. And this will be obviously more risk. Not sure that will play out, but your risk reward is 5 to 1, and there'll be less risk off the table. Less risk on the table, because we'll be taking some chips off the table at that $220 region, which is a significant level. That will most likely be the 50% level of the move down, guys. So this is looking like a really good setup on Solana. I'm going to start scaling in now. After the show, I'll log into my CoinW account and start getting into this. I did get stopped out of my recent Solana long. It was at 187 region over here. I thought if we closed below the 200-day EMA, we are going to come lower and sweep the liquidity over here, which we are going to cover now. We are going to cover the liquidity levels now. Let's actually cover it right now on Solana, because we are talking about Solana. So Solana, massive liquidity at $190, guys. I must actually refresh this quickly. Let me quickly refresh this, because we have come lower. 3, 2, 1. I will take a look at Ondo after Solana. Okay, I'll go onto that afterwards. But here we go, Solana, and massive liquidity at that 190 region, and that's on the shorter term timeframes. So I think we can, get a move into that 190, region over there. And if we do come down a bit, we have tagged the liquidity over here at 180K. If I can just zoom out of this. No, I can't. So that is the bottom of the range, and you can see a lot of the players are flipping short on Solana over here. So there's a really good chance that we can get into the Solana long, of course. So that's it for Solana for now. Most of the liquidity is to the upside, and most players are short at the moment. So that is definitely providing a good opportunity. So I think this is the trade, guys. We get into this box. We obviously scale into this. We can have a limit order or like a market order now, 181. And the leverage you're looking to do is, this is a 14% move to the downside, so we can 4, 5, 6x this trade. Obviously, don't risk more than 1% in your account. You guys can do the maths. If you do struggle with the maths, let me know and I will explain it. But yeah, easy 6x trade here. Risk 1% in your account, and we'd be taking profits over here. And at the top of the range, coming in at $265. So definitely a good trade on the cards here, one that I will be taking now. Let's go into Ondo as well. Ondo, let's get rid of some lines here. So Ondo is coming into that support region, of course. If we zoom out, Ondo is in a bullish market structure. Not very likely that we come and fill this whole wick. I don't think we'll come under $1 again for Ondo. And, the levels for Ondo to get into would be that $1.14, $1.15 level, or that $1.08. This would be your massive buy box. 200-day EMA is over there, and your 50% level. So I think this is a massive opportunity for Ondo. I think any spot Ondo for the long run is a good trade. If this does just continue its market structure, we get pump up, come down, chop, maybe we come down again and trade around here, and then we go for another massive move. Whether you bought at $1.24 or $1.10 doesn't really matter when you are trading at $3. Very bullish on Ondo, fundamentally strong project, and my target would be that $2-3 region over here towards the end of the year. That is for Ondo. Guys, remember, we are playing the full cycle. We're not here to make quick bucks. We're here to make long bucks, long big bucks. That is the plan. But yeah, Ondo, we need to get above that $1.52 in order to get that bullish momentum to continue. But I think anything underneath this 50-day EMA for now is a good buying opportunity. And that is for Ondo. Definitely bullish on Ondo, guys, for sure. So those are, okay, I'll quickly just cover the full crypto thing over here. Bitcoin dominance playing ball as well. We have deviated over there. We are now starting to, gain acceptance below these range highs over here. And once you've gained acceptance below the range highs, it does increase your probability of this being a deviation. So if that is a deviation, then you would revert back to the mean or the range low. And my first target for Bitcoin dominance is the bottom of the fair value gap created over here with this big candle, and the 50-day EMA. So yeah, this is kind of the level I'm looking for Bitcoin dominance, at least the 50-day EMA coming in at that 60% level. And if we do get there and start to show weakness and Bitcoin dominance does roll over, I am looking at a macro target for Bitcoin dominance of 52%. That would be the 50% level of the whole range. So the lows created over here on the 1st of September, all the way to the highs created not so long ago. That 50% level comes in at 52%. So this is the first target. And if we lose this level, then I am looking for that 52% to get tagged. Obviously, alts will be outperforming Bitcoin if that does happen. Yes, I have covered Bitcoin. I'll cover it again later just to wrap it up. But yeah, basically, I just want to see 100K get cleared, and especially the 50-day EMA coming in at that 98K region. That's what I want to see get cleared. Otherwise, still in my long from 94.7K. USDT dominance also, playing ball. I did want to see this level, get tagged and potentially come under, but this is starting to play out. This could be like a longer term deviation, and we could be creating like a M pattern over here. If you check the line chart, like a loose M pattern over here, something like that. We could get a another leg lower, come up, create some kind of double top for USDT dominance. But as long as we are below the 50% with wicks and below the 200-day EMA, this is a good buying opportunity for crypto. You obviously want to be buying as close to the point of invalidation as possible. And if we start to close candles above this level over here, then it's going to be looking ugly. Okay, and that's not too far away, guys. 4-5% away. So you can be getting in longs, and your stop loss would just be if you see USDT dominance close multiple candles above that level. That is your warning sign to close the leverage longs, of course. Close the leverage longs if you start to see that over there. Obviously, spot, we are holding spot for the full cycle, and this can come up all the way to 5.24%. This can come all the way up to 5.24% before rolling over as well. So there is lots of leg to the downside if that does play out. But spot is king, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we come over here when we are going to end over there, most likely. So that is the game plan. Total crypto markets, guys, still bullish above $3 trillion. A lot of people get this wrong. If we are above $3 trillion, it is bullish, and no need to be scared. What we want to see for bullish continuation is this market structure to continue. Obviously, we've created a low and then now a high. What we want to see now is a higher low and a higher high. That's going to give us a lot of confidence that we are going to continue onwards and upwards. And we do want to get above that $3.3 trillion for total crypto market. That is the level we want to get above. Total 3, very similar. We got rejected off the 50-day EMA over there and the 50% level. So, this was very likely to happen, and that happened on Friday. So what we want to see now is a higher low over here, then another higher high breaking above here. As soon as we get above there and test this as support, it's off to the races. Off we go, and we can see a massive explosion in the crypto market. No more money to buy. Lol. I'm in the same boat, and that is fine, completely fine. We are here for the long game. Total crypto markets. This is obviously the crypto market excluding the top 10. So a lot of your memes and whatnot. This is not looking good, guys. So you'd not want to be in this at all, unless we get above this 300 billion. Technically, okay, that is your technical level. If you are spot, then that is fine. This is a higher low, but you would want to wait for at least a reclaim of the 200-day EMA and 50% level at 300 billion. If you are looking to put in more capital into crypto market that is below the top 10, right? If you are looking to get into Ethereum and Solana, it's a good time, and your invalidation level is close. But for any like super degenerate stuff, you'd want to see this at least get above 3 billion and break out of this level over here. But that is possible. We could come lower, create some kind of bullish divergence, but let's wait and see. Okay, let's go into the reason why I still stand bullish is because S&P 500 basically the highest daily close for the S&P 500 and NASDAQ in all-time history, guys. The highest weekly close, the highest daily close for the NASDAQ over here. And there's nothing bearish about closing at all-time highs, guys. Nothing bearish at all. And if you look at the cycle, every time you see an all-time high, you normally continue. This is obviously the NASDAQ over here. Here we broke out to all-time highs, pullback, continuation, grind. All-time highs, broke out, all-time highs, and then off you go. Again, all-time highs, off you go. So what's likely to happen is all-time highs and off you go. So this is likely to continue to the upside because we are at all-time highs. You don't short all-time highs, guys. It's very silly. Your reason to short would be if you start to lose key 50% levels, such as this. This is the yen cash and carry trade on the NASDAQ. This is the all-time high. So if we lose $19,800 for the NASDAQ, this is where you're going to start shorting. Okay, not now. You can't short all-time highs. Very silly. You will get burnt. If you shorted all-time highs over here, you got burnt. If you shorted all-time highs over here, you got burnt. So on and so forth. You can build your shorts, but where the shorts going? 7% on the NASDAQ if you shorted the all-time high. Terrible risk reward, in my opinion. So what you want to do, like where we start getting bearish would be, if we start to lose this, then that would be looking ugly, guys. Below the 200-day EMA, below the key 50% level, that's when you're looking ugly. Not at all-time highs, guys. And this is what's giving me confidence in the crypto market continuing. Normally when the stock market continues in all-time highs, the crypto market should follow. And yeah, that is the rant for now. VIX as well. VIX is coming into our level where we do see the S&P 500 and NASDAQ grind to the upside. So these yellow boxes is where the S&P 500 just grinds up. So it, just grinds up like this, obviously bullish, so on and so forth. And when we are grinding in this box, it is bullish. So here is your bullish period. So now we are losing this level over here. This is your support. This is the range we've been in more recently. And now what I'm expecting is price to break all-time highs and just grind in this box over here. And with the VIX grinding in this region over here, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ is just going to continue to float onwards and upwards, just like this. It's going to keep floating onwards and upwards. And it's all lining up, guys. It's all lining up. Why it's lining up is because the dollar, the DXY. Let's get this open. DXY is losing levels. We are below, and we have started to create bearish market structure. Okay, so bearish market structure, lower lows and lower highs. You can see we got high, lower high, and now we've got a lower low, and now a lower swing low. So this is tending to the bottom, and this was the plan, guys. This was the plan. We wanted a bearish divergence on the DXY, break the key levels over here. Then this looks like one massive deviation. This is what I'm looking for Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance to play out for. One massive deviation. What happens when you get a deviation and it's confirmed? If we start to close weekly candles here for the next few weeks here, this is going to go to the bottom of the range. Okay. When this happens, you get behemoth moves in the stock market, which will mean behemoth moves in the crypto market. So it's definitely not over. This is the perfect catalyst, the fuel to the fire, the DXY trending to the downside, and a 6% move to the downside on the DXY is enormously bullish for the stock market. Okay, and because this is starting to lose this level over here, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ is front running that we're going to push to the upside here. So definitely no need to get bearish. This is another reason why we should get bullish. We have lost the 50-day EMA. Of course, we do want to see the 200-day EMA get lost as well. And it is looking good for anything priced against the dollar, right? If the DXY is going to lose strength, everything that you compare the DXY to should increase in value. So that is looking good. Obviously, gold all-time highs in the parabola. We've had this parabola drawn out here for a while. And the S&P 500 is also in a parabola to the upside. And it should be off to the races, guys, off to the races. And crypto should follow. A lot of FUD, a lot of fear. It is all lining up perfectly for a move to the upside for crypto. Okay, that's it for the TradFi. Obviously, nothing bearish about all-time highs. If we go into Forex Factory, what are the key events of the week? Well, President Trump speaks tomorrow. But FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Something massive could come out of those minutes. Unemployment claims on the 20th of Feb, and a little bit of PMI towards the end of the week. And the following week, not too much, guys, besides core PCE on the Friday. So, there is a bit of volatility that can happen over the course of this week, but let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. CoinGlass suggests that a lot of players are flipping short or are short, so we could see a move to the upside. High Block Capital, I did cover Solana earlier, but High Block Capital is starting to point a massive amount of liquidity to the upside, sitting at about 108K for Bitcoin. And if we zoom in here, there we go, massive liquidity over here, more than here. But I think as this chops about and a lot of players flip long, a lot of players flip short, and you got a lot of players going short, a lot of players going long, this liquidity does start to build. And it looks like a lot of liquidity is starting to build to the upside. And, a lot of people were calling the top and went short, which means that there is most likely going to be a push to the upside, which is going to liquidate all the players. And I do think if we see another push to the upside for Bitcoin and the stock markets at all-time highs, NASDAQ's at all-time highs, we are going to see a behemoth move for Ethereum, Solana, and all of that. So definitely pack your bags. And I think, it is time to build those long positions. But I'm going to build that Solana long. I think I've got the highest conviction of that Solana long. But the level 2 clear for the altcoin markets is going to be something like this. I'm going to leave this LARP line over here. I think this could be looking good. I think we could maybe come down and sweep these lows again, something like that for others. And a lot of people are starting to flip bearish, of course. So it is all going to line up over there. But definitely mark this level off on your chart, guys, 108K. And I think if we break 108K, it is going all the way through. We're going all the way on Bitcoin over there. Sorry, that just got rid of that. Liquidity levels as well. We got 104K. That is the range low, top of the range low, which, we can tag for Bitcoin for sure if we do get some bearish continuation, of course. And then we do have liquidity on the lower term time frames. Sorry, I meant to have a look at this one rather. At 98, 99K. So this is the 50% level that I marked off for Bitcoin earlier. So this level over here, definitely mark off on your chart. So there is liquidity to the upside. So I think these levels can be tagged this week. 94K. I'm obviously still long from 94.7K, still in that trade. And then 99K over here, I might be taking some profits coming into that 50% level. So that kind of covers it for Bitcoin at the moment. If you guys just joined, the plan remains the same. I'm still long from 94.7K over here on that wick down, of course. But the level to get above is that 99.6K, 100K over here. This is the level to get above. And I think, today or tomorrow is looking like the timing is good for that push up. But the 50-day EMA has been the block, guys. This has been blocking us from getting any higher. And this is moving to the downside. So I think once we get above that 50-day EMA, it is going to be looking okay for the crypto sector, of course. Solana is still in our zone. This is our buy zone, guys. Big buy box for Solana. 181. It's at the top of our box now. The bottom of the box is at 166, of course. So I think this is a great place to get into Solana. This will give you an average position of about 174 if you get fully filled, which is unlikely. I don't think it'll come that low, but if it does, we must be prepared. Stops will go at 154, and our TP1 is over here. So this is the trade of the day, in my opinion. Almost a 3-to-1 risk reward. And as we showed earlier, Solana is getting heavily shorted. A lot of people are starting to jump out of their Solana positions, of course, guys. Okay. Close longs. No, I don't think we should close longs. Not now. I don't think we should close longs now. But if we could come lower, it is looking quite heavy. But yeah, I wouldn't close any longs. But I'd be starting to accumulate longs over the next week or two, just slow, low leverage longs. 4x, 3x. I think those are looking good. But the rest of the crypto sector isn't looking too good. Let's go have a look at a few though. Sui in the buy box over here, looking good. I would be getting into Sui, this region over here between the 200-day EMA, or even taking out all these stops over here like a little wick. But we do want Sui to hold that $3, $2.90 level. ENS still holding up well, is getting rejected off the 200-day EMA, but we are looking for a push up into that $32 region, which is a strong region for ENS. Looks like Link is starting to build a little base over here above the 200-day EMA and the 50% level, so it is ranging over there. And I think a break of either one will be the direction it might go. So we could see a push up here, break above, and then we can target this downsloping resistance trend line. That's for Chainlink. Or if we do lose the level, then we can look at some shorts, which would be looking ugly for the crypto market. Let's have a look at Sonic. I'm going to pull up Phantom because we got some more price action. Let's look at Binance. Okay, so this is starting to look okay. It is starting to show some relative strength. We are starting to look at a bit of a breakout over here. So we are starting to, consolidate into this pattern over here. Into this trend line over here, starting to consolidate. And I'd like to see Sonic get above these important EMAs. Quick question, is Sonic trading at 54? Because I saw it trading at like 30. I'm not too sure, guys. Let me know. I haven't been too in touch with that. But if it is if it is the Sonic, it is looking ugly. But if it is Phantom, then this is looking good. I think Phantom's looking good. This is looking bullish. It'll move up, consolidate to the side. A lot of FUD, and this has performed terribly, guys. Performed absolutely terribly, and there is a massive fair value gap on Sonic. So if you are in Sonic, okay, shot, bro. 54 for Sonic. That does sound good. This is your fair value gap for Sonic, guys. I know it's far and it seems unrealistic and blah, blah, blah. But this happens, guys. These all play out. It always takes time. The classic one was on, I'll show you quickly, on Filecoin. On Filecoin, I had a fair value gap that I eyed out for ages. It went into the fair value gap and I sold. The fair value gap was over here. This was for Filecoin. It's obviously when you get 3 big red days in a row. If we look back on history over here, this was that April dump. So 1, 2, 3 days in a row, you create a massive fair value gap over here. And I know it takes long, but it does get filled, guys. It does get filled. So if we do look at something like that on Phantom, this obviously, this might take a while, but it's all about patience, guys. The people with patience make money. The people who sell it now, they lose money because they bought over here, the hype. They saw it was down and they bought. Now they're down. But this might chop around for a bit. We could see 20 cents, we could see 30 cents. But who cares, guys? Who cares? This is most likely going to move to the upside. This is the fair value gap, and I'm willing to bet that this does get filled. Fair value gap over there. This will get filled, and it will be looking even better when it starts to break this declining resistance, when it starts to get above the important EMAs, and then we move onwards and upwards. And the fair value gap is the target. If you are stuck in Sonic, I'm stuck in Sonic, but I'm patient, guys. I'm here all day. I can wait all day. I can wait the whole year. And this is likely to move up there. So definitely mark off the fair value gap, because I think that will be filled. And the reason Sonic's looking good, it's obviously in a massive range with the rest of crypto, but we are starting to form some kind of megaphone like this, and you can very quickly see the top of the range. This happens very quickly, guys. 200% in a month. 100 odd percent. Do you get big moves off this bottom, guys? 600%, 400%, another 400%. So guys, it does happen, guys. It does happen. It does be happening, guys. But there we go. The fair value gap. If you are in Sonic or Phantom, definitely mark this off, guys. The fair value gap. And if you are not willing to hold this anymore, or we're looking for a rotation, this is where you'd be rotating. Nowhere lower, guys. It will take time, but that is crypto, guys. The patient players make the most cash in the crypto markets. 90 cents would also be a major resistance due to being the 50% level over there. So you can take some off the table. But the fair value gap will likely be filled, guys. The fair value gap will likely be filled. Ondo seems to be a good opportunity. Yes, guys. BlackRock and their plans for Ondo. Often what happens, guys, is these other things happening with Ethereum that, big players can hold these tokens down. And what they do is they hold it down with big leverage shorts. And then they just accumulate on the other side and stay fully hedged. So it allows them to accumulate more of the token whilst it's been held down, and whilst the players get scared, retail gets scared and impatient, big players hold it down, suppress price, accumulate, and then they just close their shorts and it moves to the upside, guys. That's what's most likely going to happen. I think that's happening with Ethereum. I'm fully loaded on Ethereum, guys, stacked. Couldn't be more stacked on Ethereum. At the moment, no one's talking about it. No one wants to touch it. Everyone wants to rotate out of it. And it's normally the best opportunity to be getting into over there, guys. Ethereum, I'm long, semi all in. Let's see. Solana, I must get into this trade before it's too late. I'll probably just market order something over here. I'm looking at about a 6x leverage long over there. I don't want to see anything underneath here, guys. This is the trade for Solana. This is the trade of the day. This is what I'm entering today. So look at XRP. XRP is looking good. We are getting a bit of a pullback, and most likely what we are going to get here is a higher low. Okay, we are above the 50% level, the 50-day EMA. This is the buy zone, guys. Massive. $2.58. $2.58. This is the trade of the week, maybe, guys. Looking like a really good trade. And the reason why this is key is you can see there's a lot of levels over here. Big support over here, guys. Massive level for XRP. Stop loss would be, if you're entering over here, would be below this previous lower low over there. And we will be targeting all-time highs. Okay, another trade for XRP. So we got our Solana trade, our XRP trade. And that's all we're taking for today, guys. We're already in Bitcoin. We're already in Ethereum. So then we are exposed to these over here. And one that we must keep our eye on, guys, is Binance. Binance is silently ripping, guys. Obviously had that perfect retest over here. Binance was on my list and then just moved up and shot up too quickly. But look at that, guys. Perfect coming back to the trend line over there. Big volume over here. Let's have a look at that. So this was a declining resistance, struggled to get out, fake out. We did test this as support. And we are above the important EMA, so this is looking really good for Binance. Massive bullish candle over there. A lot of players, I think there's been a lot of good volume and whatnot over there. But a breakout of this, we're looking good. We are testing this 50% level as support. And your point of invalidation, we didn't really want to see anything underneath this wick. This wick led to the breakthrough of the EMAs and the massive move up. So this is your important wick. Okay. Not the best risk reward, as we don't really have much more data to target for higher prices. We could connect these lines over here, and this could be our next level, this for 850 level, but not the best risk reward because we'd be longing over there, stop loss over here. Hopefully we can long closer to the bottom here, but we'll see. And then we are targeting the top there. So this is a 2.46 to 1. So I think we actually want to be getting in this level over here. That gives us a nice 3 to 1 risk reward. So that is a Binance long position, of course. But let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. Okay. So guys, I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks for that. We got our trades. We got our Solana trade, which is starting to run a little bit now. Not too late though at all. our ETH, we're still in ETH, we're still in Bitcoin, XRP. We've got that trade lined up. I think I might start edging into this XRP long now. But guys, thanks so much for joining the stream. We'll see you later this week. Happy trading. Stay safe out there, and cheers for now.